on News Talk 1480 WHBC.
The Kenny and JT Show is brought to you by Rooster's Wings and More. Be fun. Be casual.
The Kenny and JT Show is not responsible for bad takes, broken Browns hearts, or Kenny and JT knowing absolutely nothing. Please enjoy the show, and remember, the Cavs, Guardians, and Browns have already suffered enough.
Ding, ding.
These guys have a lot to say, and they never stop talking.
Well, to listen to those two clowns?
I am not a happy camper.
I've had enough of that malarkey.
Don't wreck our show, you hoser.
Live from News Talk 1480 WHBC.
It's a household name. All right, Dan.
It's Kenny and JT.
Oh, you made a wise choice, my friend.
Have a great show!
That's the wrong wrestler. I'm wearing my Dusty Rhodes shirt today as we're coming to you live from the corner of 6th and Market, beautiful downtown Canton, Ohio. 85 humid degrees right now in the heart of this Hall of Fame city.
And we get rocking and rolling during Hall of Fame week on a Wednesday. Looking forward to breaking it all down for you. Going to talk some Hall of Fame football, your favorite Hall of Famers, Mount Rushmore of Hall of Famers. Get into all of that, JT. As I drove home yesterday from the radio station, you were right, man. Dudes and ladies were camped out outside the DoubleTree trying to get a glimpse, take a photo, get an autograph of all the different Hall of Famers that are in town.
So you want to talk about going back in time. How about this? I found this on social media about an hour ago. 10-year anniversary of this class. Are you ready for this?
All right, hit me.
Eddie DeBartolo Jr. of the 49ers.
Okay.
Tony Dungy. 10 years, Tony Dungy.
Wow.
Brett Favre. You know what I remember about Brett Favre when he got inducted? That's the year they had to cancel the game because they had the problem at the 50-yard line with the paint on the field, remember?
Yeah, I do. Why is he in town, by the way?
Oh, he's in town to play the Dolphins, you dumbass. Kevin Green. How about this 10 years ago? This is a great class.
The late Kevin Green. Wow.
Marvin Harrison. Hard to say Marvin Harrison and not say Junior, isn't it?
Dude, how about this? If it was 10 years ago that Marvin Harrison Sr. goes in, his son plays for the Arizona Cardinals, and they're playing in the Hall of Fame game this week.
So how hard is that to say Marvin Harrison and not say Marvin Harrison Jr.?
Right. Absolutely.
Great Ohio State Buckeye. Orlando Pace went in 10 years ago.
Ooh.
Ken Stabler, 10 years ago. You know, we consider the fact that we think they waited too long, and unfortunately, he had already passed away. But it's even harder to remember that he's been in for 10 years.
Yeah, the Snake, man. As a Steelers fan growing up, I hated Kenny Stabler because I respected him. I feared Kenny Stabler, and I was shocked that it took that long for him to get in the Hall of Fame.
And finally, Dick Stanfill. He was an outstanding offensive lineman for the Detroit Lions. Didn't you have a story about Ken Stabler's wife? Was it you?
Ken, you know what? Where did we ran into her somewhere? I forget where it was over the years and everything like that. And there was another story. I forget who was on with us, but they were caught looking at Ken Stabler's wife, not knowing it was Ken Stabler's wife. So I forget who told us that story, too. So, yeah, the Snake had some legendary stories from people that played with him or knew him, for sure.
I thought it was you. You were interviewing him, and you had met the wife. The story goes something like this. Whoever it was, I thought it was you. I can't remember who told us now.
Not me.
Okay. So he's doing an interview, and she's right there. And apparently, whoever was doing the interview kept staring at her. And he gave her the look like, yeah, she's with me. Outstanding.
The Snake, man. Left. You know what? He's the first true left-handed quarterback that I remember, right? And he was slow as molasses. He made Kyle Manzardo look fast at times.
You know what?
But he somehow, some way, got the ball off in so many crucial situations and made plays for the Raiders.
I don't know when the term gunslinger came into existence in the NFL, but when I think of a gunslinger, I think of Ken Stabler. I think of Bonanza. I think of Gunsmoke. I think of Gunslinger. And everybody always, oh, it's Aaron Rodgers. Oh, it's Drew Brees. Oh, it's maybe Brett Favre. No, the gunslinger is Ken Stabler.
You could make an argument for him, no question about it. So that was 10 years ago, and then you look at this year's class, man, and, Drew Brees. I was trying to think, who is the shortest quarterback in the Pro Football Hall of Fame? Do we know this? I mean, that was the knock on Drew Brees. He was too short. Oh, he'll never make it. Yeah, he threw for a lot of yards at Purdue, great, whatnot, and all that. He's never going to make it. He's too short. He's too small. And all he did was throw for like a gazillion yards, a gazillion touchdowns, and won the only Super Bowl the Saints have ever won.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I really can't tell you. I mean, because there have been so many quarterbacks that were right around that 6 foot mark. But that doesn't mean there were, when you think about Drew Brees, I don't even know how tall Drew Brees is. I consider the fact that he's probably built like my brother. I figure that Drew Brees got to be, 5'6"?
No, come on. Drew Brees is 6 foot at least.
Is he?
Okay. Yes. He's not that small. He's 6 foot at least. But, that's probably with, socks and his cleats on. But dude could sling it. You talk about a gunslinger. He could throw it all over the football field, man. Right. And, he is considered the ultimate New Orleans Saint because he's the only quarterback that led them to a Super Bowl championship.
A lot of it has to do with processing speed and how fast you can read these defenses because these guys are so incredibly fast defensively once they get to the NFL that it's totally different than what we see in college. And by the way, they mentioned who the starters will be in tomorrow's Hall of Fame game.
Okay. You going to tell me or do I have to guess?
You haven't heard?
Well, I know that Carson Beck is going to start at quarterback for one of the teams. That's all I heard. I didn't hear anything else.
Well, Carson Beck is one, and the other is your former starting quarterback of the Steelers who came to the Cleveland Browns for a cup of coffee, and he has small hands, Kenny Pickett, and then they let him go. He never played a game for the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, so Beck and Pickett are going to square off tomorrow in the Pro Football Hall of Fame game, 8 o'clock at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. You can watch it on NBC, and if you're driving by or in the stadium, you'll hear my partner, as the what would they say? In arena if it's basketball. So in stadium host you are.
Yes, I am. And it's going to be a lot of fun tomorrow, and it's something I've never done. We have to have rehearsals. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be a different angle for me watching an NFL game because obviously I've done everything from being a ball boy in an NFL stadium to now this. And everything else has been either in a press box or on the sidelines at times and not really having to do much once the game starts. It's going to be all hands on deck for an entire game. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, you're going to have a lot of fun, and you'll love the perspective there of doing stuff like that. I was lucky enough when there was arena football. Granted, it's not the NFL, JT, right? But arena football, and I was the on-field announcer, and we actually were on the field during a play, and if it came towards us, we had to jump over the wall. So it's a completely different perspective. You're going to absolutely love. I want to see all your photos and videos if you can get a lot of those taken during the game and everything, because that's going to be you're going to have to follow JT on his social media platforms if you don't already for all of that cool stuff.
That's what's going to be tough. Will I have the time? I mean, if I do, I will, but if not, it's going to be like go, go, go. I was looking over the script. It's like every time out, and every time there's something going on, it kind of reminds you of what we talk about when we go to the Cavalier games. Every time out, there's something going on. You've got to keep people entertained, and let's face it. They want to be entertained at a game like this. You're seeing tickets all over the place, tickets moving left and right, and so many other options from the Sugardale Fan Fest to the game and things going on in and around town. They had the first play today. I saw pictures all over the place. There were things at the Hall of Fame. There were things going on downtown. There were guys in town that are golfing. I reached out to our man, Warren Sapp.
And any response?
Waiting to hear back from him.
Okay, all right. Hey, Brian, can you put that previous graphic up and take our graphic down so people can actually see, what those different events are? Because you had the calendar up there of what's happening. And take the Kenny and JT. There we go. Now people can see what's happening August 5th, 6th, 8th, and 9th, and where they need to go and everything. And it's always everybody has something different that they like, right, JT?
Yeah.
Whether it's the game, the parade that we're in, the grand parade on Saturday morning, the enshrinement ceremony itself, the Concert for Legends there on August 9th, and then the different autograph sessions. Go to the Hall of Fame website to find out about all of those, as well as what Brian has up on our YouTube page and our Facebook page.
Kenny, the big day is normally Friday. And Friday used to start off with the Mayor's Breakfast. They no longer have that, but they have the fashion show going on Friday, and then it goes right into the group photo, then the actual luncheon and the fashion show, then the Sugardale Fan Fest, and then the Enshrinees Gold Jacket Dinner. That is a long, long day, and there's a reason why there are so many different events going on. Some are new, some not so new, but the thing that I've been told is that Gold Jacket Dinner is the place to be now.
Okay. Is that the one we got kicked out of the one year when Warren Buffett was there?
In between, yes. It was in
Paul
between.
Anka?
It was in between the lunch and the dinner, and we got kicked out. Yes, Paul Anka.
Yes, they didn't let us stay in there. We talked too loud and we said too much on the radio. By the way, Drew Brees, I Googled it, Wikipedia it, and he is 47 years old.
Wow.
He stands 6 foot even, 209 pounds. According to Wikipedia. So I'm going to Google during one of our breaks to see the tallest quarterback and shortest quarterback that has been inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I got to believe there's somebody that's under 6 foot officially that has made it to the Pro Football Hall of Fame playing the quarterback position. We'll find out who that is coming up.
Good luck with that. And in the meantime, did you watch the new, the new look Guardians last night? Did you watch?
I caught a couple of innings of it. And unfortunately, what they leave like 32 guys on base in the first 2 innings. And that cost them the game yesterday as they lose to the lowly New York Mets.
I was talking to Bobby DiBiasio today, and he was talking just about that. Stranding runners in scoring position. Yeah. We're still doing it. But the thing is this. We found out what Nathaniel Lowe's real name is as called by his manager.
Okay.
And he went over 2, by the way. He came in as a pinch hitter. He went over 2. But Adell had 2 hits, so that was pretty good yesterday. Stephen Vogt refers to Nathaniel Lowe, part-time DH, part-time first baseman of your Cleveland Guardians, as Nate Lowe.
Nate Lowe. Oh, here we go. Our favorite song now, huh? I'll let you sing today.
I don't care if it's his walk-up music or not. This is what I think of when I think of Nate Lowe. Ready?
No photos of Nate Lowe to put up on our Facebook page?
They're all in Cincinnati Red uniforms. Come on, Nate Lowe. Hey, we keep playing this song. We'll never forget his name. You know why?
Well,
you gotta stay cruel to be kind.
Oh, there he is. When he was with that Pirates?
Guardians a loser last night, 6-2 to the Mets. We look to get even with that team tonight. Tanner Bybee on the bump. Pre-game at 6, first pitch 6:40.
Nate Lowe. That's what we're going to call him from now on.
Can we play this song for the lineup? Do we have it yet?
No, not yet.
And do you think
we're going to do something special with the lineup too coming up here in a little bit as well? We got another special thing.
Do you think this song could bump Eric Brooks' version of the Cleveland Guardians fight song?
No, never. That's too good.
I don't know. You gotta be cruel to be kind in the right measure. Cruel to be kind. I love this song. It makes me feel good. I don't care if we're 500. Nate Lowe, you gotta be cruel to be kind. I love that song. Okay, that's good, Brian.
All right,
that'll keep me till the end of the room. Oh, you want to do this one more time? Oh, I thought you were going to get to the guitar solo.
I would hear the
Oh, okay.
We good on that?
He wanted to hear the backup singers. We're getting ready to do the background vocals. They're like that Martha Reeves national anthem.
Did you see I sent you another video where they did have a rehearsal and they still let her sing the national anthem the other day? How do you have her do the rehearsal? And then she's blaming the backup singers who were not good. Martha, what's her last name again?
Reeves.
Martha Reeves, yeah. And you hear how bad it is in the rehearsal, and yet you still let all 3 of them step on the field and, sing the national anthem as poorly as maybe it's ever been sung.
They just didn't have the heart to tell her she just can't sing anymore. She was on Hot Times, Daddy.
They should have had Pat Boone singing the national anthem. That would have been awesome.
I don't even know where that was. What city was that in?
It was either New York or L.A.
Wow.
Because it was the first ever professional women's baseball league game. So it was either L.A. or New York because those were the two teams playing the first game. And history was made in a couple of different ways.
Yeah, that was they put her on hard times. And Gabriel Arias has been put on hard times as well, designated for assignment. The Guardians today call up Angel Hano. This dude, they say he's been recalled, and I had to do some figuring here, and it's because he was on the 40-man roster. So if you've ever been on the 40-man roster, you get called up. But I don't remember him being up here. So just because you're on the 40-man roster, they say you're being recalled.
Yes, and I think this is his major league debut if he plays tonight.
Right.
Angel Hano, I told my maintenance guy earlier this morning when I was out walking Frankie, he's like, well, can they do anything else? I said, look for Arias after the air last night and swinging and missing like he always does. Said, look for him to get either designated for assignment or sent to AAA, and their last bullet that they can fire, if you will, from down on the farm, you bring up Angel Hano, and he's the next Juan Brito. Let's hope he does better than Juan Brito.
Yeah, I don't know where you're going to put this guy, where you're going to slot him in. He's obviously been swinging a hot bat. That's all we keep hearing about down on the farm. And Arias, unfortunately, had to come up when Jose Ramirez was injured. He's hitting 244, but the problem with Arias is he never gets you the hit when there's a guy in scoring position. But it's not just him. It's the entire team, and it happens.
So here's where I expect him to play, JT. Some third base when they need to give Jose, and let's hope, and this is what I want to see. So when we do get the lineup, let's make sure we get it out to everybody as soon as possible. I want to see if Jose's back in the lineup, because if he's not, that leads me to believe, or would lead me to believe, that injury, hasn't healed like they wanted it to. Hopefully he is back in the lineup tonight and playing, but if not, you could see Hano at third base, right? You could see Hano playing second base if they decide to DH Travis Bazzana, which is a possibility. He might give Rocchio a day off at shortstop as well. So he might be the new Schneemann. He might be the guy that plays a little bit here, a little bit there, and, gives other guys days off.
Which is amazing that you didn't recall Schneemann. And if you're thinking about, how many options they have, I believe it's 3. Sometimes it can be as high as 4. But the guys that are down at AAA right now that are still on the 40-man roster are Franco Ailman, shortstop. No, I'm sorry. Starting pitcher. That's 55. I thought it was SS. Logan Allen, pitcher. Daniel Espino, Yorman Gomez, Austin Peterson. These are all pitchers. Andrew Walters. Now you go to catcher, Cooper Engel, who also we saw in left field. Kyle Manzardo. That's his first option, by the way. We were wondering. David Fry. C.J. Kafis. Blake Perkins. Daniel Schneemann. Khalil Watson. Those are the other members of this team that can be recalled that still have options left if you want to bring somebody back up to the majors. I'm surprised they didn't bring back up Khalil Watson.
Yeah, the Blake Perkins is the guy they got in the trade with Yoho, but he's only hitting like $140 something, with Milwaukee, switch hitter, good defensive outfielder. So I don't expect him. I think it'll be Watson or Schneemann if they bring anybody up with a bat from down there, unless there are injuries. But again, yesterday they had guys on base yesterday. They had chances, right? First 2 at bats, Jo Adell hits a single, hits a double in his first 2 at bats, but they couldn't get. JT, they had the bases loaded in the first inning with nobody out. All they needed was a fly ball, a hit to either second base or shortstop. Even if they turn 2, you still get a run home. And Arias made the error. You had, and this, I'm starting to worry about Cantillo. I told you at the beginning of the season, he's a concern of mine. He's been outstanding to this point, but he gives up 2 bombs yesterday. And some of our starters, I'm a little concerned about their mental makeup, because it seems like when somebody makes an error behind them, right, where it seems they should be out of the inning or whatnot, our starters can't pick those guys up. They let it get to them. Next thing you know, instead of out of the inning, no runs, 2 or 3 runs cross the board after giving up some hits.
That's normally the strength of Joey Cantillo. If you're talking about Gavin Williams, I totally agree with that. The dude gives up 2 dingers, but one is a 3-run home run. He's only credited with giving up 2 runs, but he ends up giving up 5. So you can't come back from that when you continually strand runners in scoring position. So, yeah, Joey Cantillo is a question mark right there. But I thought it was interesting. They bring Ciccone out of the bullpen last night. We had talked about it. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
And it's perfect if you would have had a little bit of a better start by Cantillo.
Yeah, and Cantillo gave up 2 bombs. Both of them he fell behind either 2-0 or 3-1. The first home run he gave up, the 3-run shot, which was the game changer. I believe it was to the number 9 hitter. You can't give up a 3-run jack to the number 9 hitter. And didn't Ciccone come in and give up a bomb as well yesterday?
Yep.
Yeah, the Mets hit 3 home runs, 2 off of Cantillo, and Ciccone, Bigfoot, gives up a big fly, and the Guardians come up short. Frankie Lindor went 0 for 5. So he didn't have a good day at the plate, but the Mets still found a way to win. And the Guardians need to take the next 2. You can't lose 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 3 to the New York Mets, who just traded everybody away.
But the good news is this. The White Sox got beat, so did the Twins, so you didn't lose any ground, but you're at 500. And you look to beat a team like that, but you still have to figure out who you are. So Stephen Vogt putting new players in the lineup, including our new favorite player, Nate Lowe, and Adell starting, and Adell looked the part. He looked great. He looked fine.
Yeah.
You know, you just, again, welcome to Cleveland. You're going to put somebody in scoring position, and you better get ready to, build a tent there because you're not coming home sometimes.
Yeah, and I believe in talking with my buddy this morning, he said, I'm not worried. I said, why not? He goes, well, last year, I think at this time we were 7 or 8 games out of first place. Yeah. We're only 3 with, 50 games left or whatever it is.
I've heard it all. They had the same record. Baloney. You know what you've got this year that you didn't have last year? You should have a little bit more experience. I know this team still got a bunch of rookies, and you never would have expected to be led by Bazana, DeLauder, Parker Messick, but you've still got Jose Ramirez there. You've still got Brian Rocchio there. You've still got Stephen Kwan there. These veterans have to lead this team, and you shouldn't be floating around 500 right now, not with this pitching.
Yeah, but I'll take the flip side of this. Because of how bad the offense is, because of the pitching, you still are at 500. So maybe that's, good vibes. I got my good vibes shirt on today specifically for the Guardians. They need to start turning it around right now. So I'm going to look at the glass half full, that the starting pitching is usually there. Hopefully this new look offense will come together and start putting crooked runs on the scoreboard and 5, 6, 7 or more runs a game.
Feng shui. Feng shui. Good and the bad. You have your good vibes shirt on. I have my Dusty Rhodes shirt on. They're going to cancel each other out. Mine's about hard times, Daddy.
Well, they are suffering hard times when it comes to the offense. There's no doubt about that.
So something's got to give here. Either we continue down this path of hard times, or your good vibes takes over. Good vibes.
Good vibes. Hard times, Daddy. It's all about the hard times.
You
all right,
know
what
about
are we
hard
right
times.
now? What's our record?
57-57, I believe.
All right, so that's 114 games, right?
48 left.
So at 114 games last year, the Guardians were 59-55. So we're 2 games, well, actually 4 games. No, 2 games shy. 2 games shy of where we were just a year ago at 59-55 with 114 games in the books.
So what's the difference? I mean, look at last year's squad compared to this year's squad.
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't have Chase DeLauder here leading your team. You didn't have Travis Bazana. Who are we missing here?
All right, how about this? Ironically, same time last year, we were playing the New York Mets at 59-55, 114 games in. Well, this year we're playing the New York Mets 57-57. Our lineup against the Mets a year ago was this, all right?
Yep.
Stephen Kwan leading off, Angel Martinez batting second, Jose Ramirez hitting third, David Fry was your cleanup hitter.
Oh, my God.
Carlos Santana was your number 5 hitter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th. Carlos Santana was hitting 5th. Gabriel Arias playing shortstop, hitting 6th. C.J. Kafis was batting 7th in right field. Brian Rocchio hitting 8th at second base. And Austin Hedges was hitting 9th, your catcher. That was your lineup last year at 100. during the 115th game against the New York Mets. So let's see if this new look lineup with Jo Adell and Nate Lowe.
Come on, Nate. Oh, there he is.
And Jose back in there. Let's hope they can score some runs tonight.
Looks like Robert Redford.
Does look like Redford, that picture that we have up on our Facebook page.
It's Kenny and JT on WHBC.